Well, we are live from the kitchen right now. So welcome, welcome, welcome. No mai, haere mai. If we haven't met before, kia ora, I'm Monique Bradley. Welcome to my place. I'm here at the Your Fix TV studio, which is also my house. How many people have cameras wired up in their kitchen? I know, sounds a bit weird, right? But I have a very public life and I have the great opportunity of sharing great stories of real people and their lives, and as well as share some things that have happened in my life in the hope that, who knows, it may help you live a better, happier, healthier, easier life. Today we're starting with anti-aging naturally tips, and one of the best things I've learnt over the years, especially as I've lost more than 40 kilos in weight, is the benefits of really simple real food, things like avocados and tomatoes, and that's what today is all about anti-aging naturally. And I really wanted to share with you not only a great low-carb, low-fat recipe that's helped me lose weight, but it's also going to help you look younger. Now, as we're going on today, if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask questions in the newsfeed. We've got a great guest coming up for you in the show as well. And if you want to say hi, even hello to all of you watching this morning, it's lovely to have you here. You can see I've got my computer there, happy to answer about weight loss, low carb living, or anything that I'm doing today. Now, one of my favorite products that's really helped me on my weight loss journey is avocado and avocado oil. And often when we think avocados, we think high in fat, it's not going to be great for you. On the flip side, it's loaded with the good fats that have helped me feel fuller for longer. And what that means is that my body ends up using its own fat stores to use for energy rather than drawing energy from the carbohydrates I might be ingesting. Now, avocado oil is a staple in my pantry. This is Green Touch avocado oil, which is one I am really proud to be an ambassador for. And the reason I like it is it's pure, it's unrefined, and it's cold pressed. Now, cold pressed oil is the best. It means it's been put, the avocado's been put in a centrifuge, so it hasn't been tampered by heat, which can end up actually damaging the structure or the content of the avocado oil. So it's not pure, it's not unrefined, and you won't get the same health benefits that you will get from an unrefined oil. Now, I'm going to show you a difference because not all avocado oils are the same. So here we go. This is an avocado oil I used to use, and if you have a look here, it's quite a pale yellow color. Now, an unrefined oil of any oil that you're using should look a similar or the same color as the fruit or the nut that it's actually come from. Now, that to me doesn't really look avocado colored. It's very pale, and what that tells me is this has been a refined product, and chances are it's actually been tempered. I hope you can see that okay. It's quite yellowy. It's been tampered with by heat processing, or it may not be the first press of the avocado. Oh, good morning, Maureen Renault. Nice to see you on the stream. Now, I'm going to show you the difference. This is an unrefined product, and a really good quality avocado oil should be a bright emerald green color just like that. And that's how you know the difference. So if you can see the difference, I can see that on my bench. The two different colors. One's a very pale yellow and one's a very vibrant dark color. Now what that means is it's actually got more chlorophyll in there. And when we're in a society where we're being encouraged now to eat more plant, the reason why is that chlorophyll is in those plant products, and we want that in our bodies because chlorophyll is loaded with the antioxidants that fight the free radicals that damage our cells. So I really wanted to show you that difference today, and then show you one of my favorite recipes right now that contains all these delicious, delicious foods that help you, and at the same time, it's going to benefit your health. So, my first thing I'm absolutely in love with avocado. I'll have it any way I can. Now, a great way if you want to know how to find a ripe avocado is don't squeeze it like everybody does at the supermarket. The little pip that's in the end, you want to actually get that, and if you can flick that out really easily, that means your avocado is ripe. How easy was that? Super easy. I'm just going to cut through here. Now, this is what I call my salad of glory. This is loaded with avocados and tomatoes, so it's a little bit like a chunky salsa. And the reason why I like this, hopefully this won't, oh, there we go. The reason why I like this salad is not only does it keep me full, it's got two of my favorite ingredients, which are actually called companion ingredients. So if you've ever been in a situation where you're taking iron tablets and you've been encouraged maybe to drink some orange juice with your iron tablets, it's because you need the vitamin C to help the absorption of iron. Well, it turns out researchers at the Ohio State University discovered that when avocado was added to salsa, that you actually end up absorbing 4 times the amount of lycopene from the tomatoes. So these are companion products as well. So the healthy fats help you absorb the lycopene, and we actually need lycopene because it plays a big role in the prevention of cancer, those inflammatory diseases, and age-related illnesses like cataracts. So there you go. It is a fantastic pairing, and it's my favorite flavors. It's like having a little bit of, the California salsa, if you've ever been to America, which I have and I adore. It reminds me of all those beautiful Mexican places there in California. Delicious. There you go. It's not rocket science. Out your favorite. Oh, yeah. I'm actually drooling as I'm making this because it's my absolute favorite. So the recipe for this is super simple. You just take avocado. Oh, better cross it that way as well. Into these little chunks, and they are delicious to munch on. And then I'm simply going to add in some of these companion products. Now, other things that have been known to help with anti-aging are things like olives as well. Olives are also incredibly low carb. Oh, I'm going to eat that bit. Oh, delicious. I'm going to add in some sliced red onion because I like that kind of tarty, crunchy element. And if you're going to make this for yourself for lunch, for work, sorry, my onion chopping skills aren't the best, so I'm just going to go crazy here. If you're going to make this, you don't want to kind of be breathing onion breath over your colleagues for the rest of the day. So this is kind of a user-friendly, hopefully not going to upset your workmates kind of salad as well. I'll just throw that in there as well. Delicious. So when I really started my weight loss journey, this was one of the things I ate at least twice a week. I would normally eat it for lunch because if you are still going to have a little bit of carbohydrates in your diet, if you eat that during the day, it's going to slow you down, like that carbo coma we get around lunchtime. I don't want that. So I would tend to go for something lighter like this. And if you want a cracker with it, I would make some low carb crackers, and the recipe for that's on my website. Super easy. Take a tomato. Just wipe that off there. Nice knife handling skills, Monique. Thanks, Monique. There's the recipe there. We're just going to add that avocado, some tomato in there, 1/4 of a red onion, chopped cucumber as well, which I forgot to get out of the fridge today, but you can imagine what I'm doing. I would also add in there some coriander, but today I couldn't find any at the supermarket, so I'm actually going to add in some basil. And then the other thing that you can add in there is some lemon juice if you like it a little bit zingy. I wouldn't add any balsamic because I find it a little bit too tart, a little bit too flavoursome. So we want this quite gentle. And the real flavour is actually going to come from the dressing we throw in there, which is actually just made up of avocado oil. And seriously, one of the best lunches I think I could ever have. Just going to throw that all in there. I'm so messy when I cook, but you know what? It's my kitchen, it's my home. I'm not a master chef, so we're okay. And at the end of the day, it all goes down the same way, doesn't it? Rachel Thompson, OMG, a new style version of a Greek salad. Exactly right. I haven't put feta in there because I am not a huge feta fan. I have been known to cook up some halloumi, and because I find it a little bit milder. But yeah, I just really like it. And I do have some olives here, so I can throw those in. I do like a lot of olives there. But the real thing that I want to do is add in this avocado oil. And the reason why I really want to do that is it will just create almost like a balsamic dressing, especially if you do add in that lemon juice. But for me, yeah, like I say, I'm not really a huge fan of balsamic vinegar. I find it a little bit too tart. Here we go, just add in a little bit more because it's all good for you. Oh, it's so messy and delicious, and I love it. Oh, yeah. Like, seriously, so good. I'll grab a couple of basil leaves as well. I always have basil growing in the kitchen because it's one of my favourites, and I'll just grab a handy towel. I really do love it, and there's so many health benefits of herbs. So a really good thing that I learnt on my weight loss journey is that and I learnt this from a naturopath some years ago, is that when you are in the supermarket, go through the vegetable section and find out what you're drawn to. Oh, Kevin Blakeman, you're awesome. No, Kevin Blakeman, you are. Mandy Crawford, yum, love avo oil. This is the best. I'm so in love with it. And I'll just chop that up like that. So yeah, go through the herbs and see what you're really attracted to, because our bodies are very clever at telling us what we need. It's just throughout times in our lives we kind of forget to listen. And when we actually take that moment to be a bit more mindful about what we eat, all of a sudden our body gives us this incredible wisdom that says, eat this, eat that. I learnt recently that one of the great foods for looking after your pancreas is in fact kumara. So I found that really fascinating, because a kumara and a pancreas kind of look similar. But yeah, it is really about, and for a while when I was having some trouble with my pancreas, all I was craving was roast kumara. So it really, really does pay to take some time and listen into your body. I'm just going to grab a big spoon now and serve me up some of my own lunch. Where are we, giant spoon? So I'm certainly, as you can see, I'm certainly no fancy chef, but I can tell you, in fact I can guarantee you, I don't even need any salt in here, because you've got the olives, but I will throw in some pepper. Now this will cost me, I mean at the moment avocados are around $3.99, but if you think about, like if you're working and you're going to get a takeaway, this would cost you probably $4.50 to make at the moment, and you might spend $10 on a lunch in a cafe when you can actually make this and take it to work, or you can even make it at work, because it's a pretty low maintenance dish. And I would probably eat for lunch, because it's quite filling and loaded with those good fats, I'd probably eat about that much, maybe with a low carb cracker. Bob's your uncle. It's that simple. Heidi Spearman, that looks so good. Glad you don't have coriander. Sorry, Heidi. Yes, I know you don't like coriander. Cynthia Louise said, you're amazing. No, Cynthia, you've been one of the inspirations on my weight loss journey. Chef Cynthia Louise is a raw food chef over in Australia or in Bali, and truly amazing. You need to find her on Facebook as well, because her recipes are incredible. Love you, Cynthia. Jane Wan, what brand of avocado oil do you buy, and is it at the supermarket? The one I buy is Green Touch. It's made here in New Zealand. And the reason why I use this one is, if you saw me do that demonstration before with the two colours, which you can't really see there, this is a much purer product. You can't buy it in the supermarket. It is available through a website called guidetobettershopping.com. And it is really important to know that when you're buying an oil, particularly a vegetable oil or a nut oil, the unrefined product should look similar in colour to the original fruit or nut or vegetable that it's come from. So this was an avocado oil I used to use, which is quite pale yellow. Now chances are that's been affected by heat, or it's not a pure product. This is closer to avocado colour, and that's why it is a more refined product. And you want to use a more refined product because you will get more health benefits from it. It's going to be better for your body, and it's loaded with all the good fats and all the good oils. So I eat avocado probably every day if I can. There's some health benefits to avocado oil and to avocados in general, and I'm hoping Pete's going to bring up the screen to show you. We'll just bring that up for you in just a second. This is why avocados are so important. They're naturally good fat, high in fibre, really high in potassium, and I want to explain what that means to you. They taste great, high smoke point, so if you do want to do some high heat cooking, avocado oil is a great option there, and there's so many health benefits to it, loaded with omegas. So if you don't eat fish, which I don't, then you can still get all those omegas that you would get from deep sea fish from avocado, and that's really important to know as well. Miranda Sophie just said the wisdom of the body. Yes, one of the best things I've learnt is being able to listen to my body and go, hey, what do you feel like today? What do you need to feel loved and nurtured? And my body will tell me what I'm craving. And that's been amazing. Thank you. Thanks, Miranda. Great to hear from you as well. So avocado oil. the thing that I've been learning about on my weight loss journey is the difference between potassium and sodium. So we know sodium, it's salt. We have a lot of it in our diet. It's great for flavoring. However, if we have too much salt and not enough potassium, our body goes kind of crazy. Now, potassium kind of evens out that sodium level in our bodies. And what it does is sodium holds water and retains water in your body. So if you're looking a bit puffy, which I was starting to look really puffy about 2 or 3 months ago, and I started going, oh, what's going on? And I worked with Lynette Hill, who's a naturopath, and she said you need to look at the potassium-sodium balance in your body. Now, foods that are naturally high in potassium are avocado and bananas. But bananas are too high in carbohydrates for my body to process. So I prefer to eat avocados to bring that balance back into alignment. And the bonus is, all the puffiness has disappeared. So I had puffiness on my back, puffiness on my stomach, even my hands were getting puffy and my ankles were getting puffy. So if you look at your body and you notice little changes like that going on, consider that balance. It's like it is a real balancing act. Perhaps it's too much potassium or sodium, if something's out of whack. And it's not so much about what you remove, it's about what you can add to find that balance again. That's the biggest wisdom that I've learned over the last few weeks. Oh, Heidi Speeman, we need to talk. She's asked about the raw food chef, Chef Cynthia Louise. Google her, she's totally amazing. I love her. Definitely worth following in social media. All right, team, so there you go. That is my epic salad of glory. I suppose I better taste it. And then we need to move on to our guest. Oh, seriously, the smell is divine. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. It's creamy and buttery. And it's got that little bit of a ping from the onions. Oh yeah, and when you get a hit of those olives in there, you've got the saltiness that you need. So this is a really perfectly balanced dish. And remember, avocado and tomato are companion foods, so they will help work together in your body to help you anti-age naturally.